Jeez. I just dropped an expensive knife there.
All right, guys, welcome back to Riley and Evan Make Bad Decisions with Money. Should we just roll the clip? Let's just roll the clip. You'll see what's going on. All right, guys, so we're recording a video and we're trying to upload images of different knives that we're talking about in the rec report. And an ad for Wish.com came up, and they have these lovely, probably counterfeit Microtechs in stock for $28. And if you know me, you know I love a good deal. So we're gonna go ahead and buy one of these. We actually saved 12 bucks with a coupon code, so we're getting this with shipping from China for 24 bucks. So we'll keep you guys in the loop and we'll see how this thing actually turns out. It's arrived. All right, so as you guys can see, we made I think it's a big decision.
Yeah, it was. So there are a lot of options.
Yeah.
A lot of thinking and thought went into this.
Yes, it did.
Very expensive purchase.
Yeah, so as you can see, we have purchased a $24 Microtech. A Microtech branded out the front knife from Wish.com.
Oh yeah.
$24 shipped to our door. It only took like a month?
It was a pretty long time.
Yeah.
As you see, the Christmas tree's up.
Yeah, the Christmas tree is up. We ordered this in late October, so it's been a while, but it's here now.
But it was only $24, so
it was only $24.
Can't complain too bad.
And so what we're going to do today essentially is compare this Microtech that we ordered from Wish.com to a legitimate Microtech from RiversEdgeCutlery.com.
North Carolina.
Yep, all the way from North Carolina. So stick around, let's hop right into it. All right, guys, so we wanted to give you a closer look at the packaging and just the general presentation on this Microtech from Wish.com. So as you can see right off the bat, it looks like they are trying to go for the style of the old box that we used to see from Microtech in years past. And I just think there's some funny things going on the outside of this box. Obviously, if you know Microtech, the box looks totally wrong. So this isn't going to be a video on how to spot a fake Microtech. Once we pull this knife out, you'll be able to tell right off the bat. So there's no like nitpicking, like we're trying to decipher if a Rolex is fake or anything like that. It's quite obviously a fake Microtech. We'll get that out of the way right now. It says made in the USA on the box. Obviously, that's not the case. And they did go as far as to put Anthony Marfione, quotes from him, and kind of his mission statement for Microtech on the box, which is obviously a huge slap in the face on top of already using the Microtech logo on here. And as you can see, it showed up pretty beat up. That's before I threw it.
At least it's made in the USA though, so should be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure, definitely is probably made in Colorado or something, who knows? So popping it open, one thing that you do get that you don't get from a standard Microtech is a really, really nasty, crappy sheath. I don't know why you'd want to carry an OTF in a sheath, but there it is. Got a little buckle there, perfect. And they've gone ahead and double boxed the knife. This one has a little bit of a smaller box here, also made in the US and with some old Microtech slogans on there. Now the moment you've all been waiting for.
Pretty solid.
There it is. So let's get that stuff out of here. Definitely looks like a $24 out the front, doesn't it?
Super slippery. Even has that twang. Let me put it next to the mic.
That you're about to stab yourself in the neck.
That was close. Has that twangy when you open it.
So the first thing I'm noticing about this one is that it's really, really heavy.
Yeah, it is. Do you think it's steel?
It's probably steel. I know people talk about like when you get a knife, especially a fake knife from China, they call it like pot metal. Mm-hmm. So it's probably
some kind of cast.
Yeah, it is just a cast piece of steel or other kind of alloy of steel. It's really, really heavy. Most Microtechs, if they're not like carbon fiber or G10 topped, the cases are aluminum. So they're
Milled
relative.
aluminum.
Yes,
Pretty cool.
yes, absolutely. So this one is obviously cast. I mean, the knurling lines aren't super sharp like they are on Microtechs, and it's just really, really heavy. So check that out.
I bet the paint will chip off of here pretty quick too.
That's another thing. Like you were saying earlier, it's definitely not anodized like a Microtech. So that's probably just some sort of dipped or sprayed on paint.
Can already see under the pocket clip where it's starting to rub off.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. This knife has not been carried. We've opened it up and screwed with it for a moment, but it hasn't been carried, so there's no reason that the area underneath the clip should already be losing paint other than the fact that it's just crappy paint. As you can see, they're going for kind of an older Microtech look. I think didn't they call this the coffin body when it didn't really have a lot of milling to, or a lot of contouring to it. I think that's what they reference this kind of generation, or what this is supposed to look like, that generation of Microtechs. The logo is obviously just kind of painted on there, and it's kind of marked 06, 20, or 2004, I should say. So they're definitely going for an older Microtech vibe with it. They really didn't bother with the clip. The folding is kind of a good knockoff of the folds on a Microtech clip, but they didn't go ahead and throw any sort of logo on there, and it's really, really loose. Like on the Microtech, I probably wouldn't be able to bend it like that with just my thumb. They did go ahead and throw a glass breaker ball on there.
There you go.
So they can do this logo and they can do the glass breaker and the ball, but they can't put a logo
do a
on.
pocket clip.
Okay.
Should we compare it to the real one?
Yes, actually that's another part of this video that we should have referenced. All right. There you go. There is the legitimate item. So this one, this is the closest thing I could get at the store to this, which is kind of just a double-edged standard, which is their black-bladed version. The only difference is that this one's going to have a side of serrations on one of it.
And the newer style.
Yes, yes, you're right. So pop that thing out of here.
Much nicer box.
Yeah, and this is the new style box. So there, obviously it's not a one-to-one comparison, but
inspection.
Yeah, that's another thing, is it actually had some QC going into it.
This thing, super sick.
Yeah, let's do a little side-by-side comparison on a legitimate one and this fake one from Wish.com. The blade profile, even though they're both double-edged, and you can see they're really trying to recreate that satin flat look that the Microtech has.
And trying to make a DLC, but
exactly,
probably just paint.
Exactly, yeah, this is guaranteed just to be some sort of paint on there.
It's crazy how much more vibrant the logo is compared to that one too.
Yeah, that's a good point. The knurling here and here, you can see, oh yeah, that's a good comparison shot of that. You can see how much deeper the milling is on the true Microtech there. But that's what I'm talking about. Look at I don't know if you guys can see this, but look at the fold on the clip. They actually did a really good job mimicking the way that the Microtech clip is folded like that. Of course, there is laser engraving with the serial number, the date, and a Microtech logo on the true Microtech there. And let's see if we can do a little side-by-side shot of the actual button itself. As you can see here, this one, the true Microtech, almost has a cup shape on the actual switch.
A lot more milling work, definitely.
A lot more milling work. It's a lot more solid. It's a lot more grippy feeling than this. This is just kind of more of a stair-step pattern. Obviously, a cast piece of metal there. There's no way that they would leave it this kind of mushy if it was a milled piece. I don't think there's a single piece on here, other than maybe this glass breaker here on the fake Microtech that's milled out. Action-wise, this one actually doesn't feel terrible. It does function. It does have that double action OTF feel to it.
But it doesn't make the sounds.
No, it definitely doesn't come out with the same authority that the Microtech does. Long-term reliability-wise, we've obviously seen how reliable Microtechs are. They function for years and years and years flawlessly, especially if you're taking compressed air to them, making sure that the internals stay cleaned out.
As long as it's clean, they just work.
Yeah, they just function forever. So, and if you ever do have issues with them, that's a huge difference here. You will not be able to find the company that made this.
No. No, they're hiding.
Yes, yeah, they're hiding because this is a criminal action.
Yeah.
If they were just to make one that looked similar, maybe had a rectangular body and double-edged blade, then they could maybe say that it's a unique design. When you go ahead and put the logo, the name, they're quoting freaking Anthony Marfione on the box, this is now a criminal action. This will be disposed of accordingly after this video. But if you ever have an issue with your Microtech, they will 100% handle it for you. They will sharpen your knife. They will fix it if anything goes wrong.
Clean it.
They'll clean it. They'll replace the blade if anything happens. Obviously, with this company here, we ordered it through wish.com, through kind of an invisible company that we don't have an email for, we don't have a phone number for. They will not help you out if this thing breaks. If you have any issues with this, you are as good as trying to fix it yourself or just throw it away.
Yeah.
So that's a huge difference, and that's honestly one of the things that you pay for with a Microtech, is that with Microtech, any issue, they're just a phone call or an email or an Instagram message or a Facebook message away, and they'll go ahead and take care of you. You'll be able to talk to a real person, and they'll go ahead and take care of anything any issues that you have.
Another big thing, these are knives.
Yes.
And this is, I don't even know what they put on this one. This one's M390.
Yeah, it's
Love
a good point.
M390.
Good point.
This one is non-existent. Who knows where this came from?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
If you do get an edge on this, you're gonna cut something twice and it'll be shot.
So this one here, fresh out the box, it is not sharp.
Wow, nothing.
It is not a sharp knife at all. Like Riley's saying, you don't know what steel they threw on this. If it even is steel, is it some sort of other metal alloy? Like what's going on there? With Microtech, they use 204P, they use LMAX, XHP, Bowler M390. You know where that steel is being sourced from. You know that their heat treat is dialed in. They've been in the business for years and years and years. So you know that that's going to have increased cutting potential, not only because this actually comes sharpened, but because the steel is of much higher quality and it's not anonymous like this guy here.
And then at that point, it's not even a functional knife. And you're better off buying a QSP Parrot, which are sweet.
That's actually a really good point. So Riley, what would you buy for, let's round this up. Let's say shipped, this was $30. Would you go with the QSP Parrot?
I'd probably still go with the Parrot. I love it. It's smooth. Micarta.
Yes.
Super cool.
Yes.
Guarantee it's going to hold an edge a lot longer than that.
It's in D2.
Yep.
And you know that it's true, D2, the composition is going to be correct, the heat treat is going to be correct, it's going to hold an edge for a good long time. You know what, I'm going to go with that as well. I think QSP, the Parrot is an excellent knife. I think the Penguin is also a great knife. For the
Kershaw's got a bunch of models in that price range also.
Absolutely. You know the source of those knives, and those companies, while they are overseas, they have offices here in the US.
Reputable.
Yeah, they're reputable, and they'll take care of any issues that you might have. So there's always a better way to spend $30.
Definitely.
All right, Riley, so what do you think?
I think it's not a Microtech.
Dang it! I was
It's a
so sure it was
Chinatech.
gonna be. I was so sure it was gonna be a Microtech when I ordered it for $24 freaking. We really have no issues with affordable out the front knives when they are produced in legitimate ways with unique designs, and they're using steels that they're open and honest about. When they are sharpened, that is always preferable.
Yeah.
But it's
That'll help.
It's the fact that they're quoting Anthony Marfione on
They
there.
quoted Anthony Marfione on the box. It's not a Microtech.
No, it's a criminal action for them to actually use the Microtech registered trademark on there. It's criminal for them to steal their designs, to steal their logo on the knife itself. So that's where we find our issue here, is just the, the general scumminess of the whole thing. And you have to consider that companies that are doing this are probably not the most legitimate. They might be linked to other kind of sketchier industries out there and sketchier pastimes. So you might not want to be funding that directly. So if you're watching this video, if you are outside of the knife community, do not buy a knife from wish.com. Especially do not buy a Microtech from wish.com. You are not going to get the legitimate article. It is not a good deal. They are scamming you and they are committing a crime. So definitely don't do that.
Wait, stay there, Evan.
Yep. Ah, yes. In the bin it goes. I close that up, it stinks. Well, you got anything else you want to say?
That's gonna wrap it up for this one. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving. This should be coming out the day after freaking Black Friday, baby.
It's insane.
So happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much for watching. If you are interested in having us look at more fake knives from wish.com and other sketchy sources, let us know down below. We'll buy them so that you guys don't have to, and we'll hopefully prevent some of you guys from having to go through that pain and suffering. So, Riley?
We'll catch you guys in the next episode. See ya.
Peace.